CAT 2025 Slot 2, LRDI, puzzle number 1. Now this puzzle says there are two most populous cities and the known urban region NUR of each of the three states, Whimshire, Fogglia and Humbleset, are assigned pollution measures PMs. So three states, and every state gonna have two most populous cities and one NUR. So they're gonna be total 9 cities in total. These 9 PMs are all distinct multiples of 10, so they are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on till 90. The 6 cities in increasing order, because 3 states, every state gonna have 2 cities, so total 6 cities and 3 NURs we have. And the PMs for these 6 cities are in the ascending order, increasing order. Like B gonna have less than M, N gonna have more than B, S gonna have more than N. So they all are in ascending order. The PI of a state is a weighted average of PMs of its NUR and cities, with a weight of 50% weightage has been given to NUR and 25% each to the cities. There is only one pair of a NUR and a city considering all cities and all NURs, where the PM of the NUR is greater than that of the city. So they said considering all cities and all NURs. So all the information that we are reading, that we have to use right away. The NUR and the city both belong to Humbleset, so that is a very good hint they have given to us. The PIs of all three states are distinct integers, again important information, with Humbleset and Fogglia having the highest and the lowest PI. So let's start making it. First of all, let's make these cities, sorry, the states, that W, F and H. So let's have the state W, state F and state H. So there are 3 states, each gonna have 2 cities and 1 NUR. And as they said, Humbleset gonna have the highest PI, Fogglia gonna have the lowest, and the remaining one, Whimshire, gonna have the middle one. So this information has been used. This part we have to keep in mind. Distinct integers. There's only one pair of a NUR in the city considering all cities and all NURs, where PM of the NUR is greater than that of the city. That means all the NUR gonna have the lowest PMs except one. And let's list down the cities now. The city B, N, S, Q, M and Z. So they are in the ascending order. And the 3 NURs we're gonna have. Now please understand this information very carefully. This information says there's only one pair of NUR and a city, where the NUR is greater than that of the city. Now that means the NURs for these cities should be 10, 20, because for 2 NURs, now they're gonna be lower than any other city, and the next should be 40. Why not 30? Because they said only one NUR pair and city pair gonna have the PMs in such a way that the PM of NUR is greater than that of the city. No other city has a lower PM than that NUR on any NUR. So that means this B should have 30, because these are the cities. So these are the NURs, NUR 1, 2 and 3. Then 40 is skipped, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. So this is the PMs, because they have said that they all are in increasing order. So that's what easily we could make out. Now another information, they said that these 2 cities, the NUR and the city, they both belong to Humbleset, and Humbleset has the highest PI. Now that tells me that this city, this NUR 40, this is for NUR, and this 30 which is B, and the highest we have to make, then we have to take 90, that means Z city. So the PI for H will become 50% of PM of NUR, that is 20, plus 25% of B and Z, 30 and 90, 120, 25% of 120, that is going to be 30. So that means this H state gonna have the PI of 50. We did not take 80 because 80 plus 30, 110. If I take 25% of 110, I will not get an integer, and they said I need to take the PI of all the three states as distinct integer. If I take 70, then 70 plus 30, 100, again it will not, 25% of it will not be an integer. 60 I could take, but then it will not be the highest. Let's go with the next point. Now to make Fogglia the minimum, we need to give the minimum PMs, but 50 plus 60, again it does not make a 110, that is again 1/4 of that is not going to be an integer. Let's change the color to understand that. So the next should be 50 plus 70, that should be coming here. So N and Q should be given to Fogglia. And now 50 plus 70, 120. Now 25% of 120 going to be again 30. Now 30 plus 10, and 50% of this 10 also I have to take. So that becomes 35. This should be the lowest. How did I arrive at that? I have given 10 to this, the NUR 10, the NUR with 10 PM, I have given it to the F, the Fogglia. So out of 10, 50% of that comes out to be 5, and 30, which is 50 plus 70, 120, 25% of 120, that is 30. So that has been allotted to F, so that is 35. Now the remaining ones, we have 20 here, and S and M, let's change the color once again so they all can be different. So this should be 20, S and M, so they gonna contribute. Now that is again a catch. Now 60 plus 80, 140. Now 25% of 140 is going to be 35. 60 plus 80, 140, divide by 4, 35, plus half of 20, that is 10. So it become 45. Now that is in between F and H. Now let's solve the answers. What is the PI of Whimshire? That is 245. So that is the answer here. The second question which we have, what is the PI of Fogglia? That we got 35. So that matches again. And what is the answer to then, what is the PI of Humbleset? Now that is 50, which is the highest, we just saw it above. Now which pair of cities definitely belong to same state? SQ, BM, MZ. SQ, they are not together. BM, they are not together. and Z, they are not together. So we have either SM, NQ or BZ. So SM, NQ or BZ, this makes sense. And the next question which we have, for how many of the cities and NURs it is possible to identify their PM and the state they belong to? That we identified for all of them. So the answer comes out to be 9 straight away. Now any doubt you guys got in this puzzle, do ask that in the comment. I'll be glad to help you out, and keep watching. Stay tuned with us so we can keep solving more questions of CAT and can help everybody who is watching us. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.